So I'm back from judging the Northwest On-Farm Challenge, judged over 3 days this week. Tremendous competition with over 200 head, and large classes with over 50 in the mature cow class. Just tremendous depth right throughout the classes. A wonderful 3 days travelling around, checking out all the cows. Special thanks to John Holland and Kelsey Hoare. Did a tremendous job of organising and coordinating the competition. It ran very smoothly and was very enjoyable to judge. Really appreciated the opportunity to judge it. The winning 2-year-old heifer was well balanced with a very snug udder, high and wide in the rear udder with a deep ligament and a very strong fore-udder attachment. She placed over the heifer in second because of her extra depth of rib and her strong fore-udder attachment. Second place over the third, she being firmer in her fore-udder attachment and was more snugger in her udder attachments. I placed the third over the fourth. She was a deeper ribbed heifer with more strength and width throughout. The fourth heifer placed over the fifth heifer, just more upstanding. She was very stylish and she used her extra length to place over that fifth heifer. A heifer with lovely balanced udder. The young cow that wins this class is all dairy. Deep, open rib with tremendous spring. Great width through the rump and a high wide rear udder with fantastic texture. She used her extra height and width of rear udder to place over the young cow in second. A magnificent framed heifer with a very snug udder. She used her extra length and stretch to place over the third heifer. A lovely open ribbed heifer with a very strong fore udder attachment. She used her style and balance to place over the fourth place heifer. Fourth heifer over the fifth heifer for a larger frame and tremendous openness and depth. The winning 3-year-old displayed dairiness with strength. Extremely high wide rear udder with a very deep ligament and a strong fore udder attachment. She used her extra width to place over a very balanced young cow in second with tremendous texture. Second over third was a close placing with the second having more desirable pin setting. The third cow was very open, balanced cow with a soft udder. She placed over the fourth cow, being a little more correct in her front teat placement. The fourth cow had a high wide rear udder with a very strong ligament, and she used her extra height in the rear udder to place over the very open frame young cow in fifth. The winning 4-year-old won this class quite comfortably. A tremendous cow, so wide and deep, wonderful springer rib. Then when you get to her udder, extremely strong in the fore udder attachment with a very wide rear udder. She used that extra length and stretch to place over the second cow in this class. A tremendous uddered cow, high and wide in the rear udder with great texture. She placed over the third cow with her extra frame and width. The third cow is a great dairy cow with great texture. She placed over the fourth cow as she tracked a little nicer on her feet and legs. Placing the fourth cow over the fifth, she was just a little firmer in her fore udder attachment and a little cleaner through the front end. The fifth cow was a great frame cow. The winning 5-year-old covered a lot of ground. Extremely long, open frame with a tremendous udder. Extremely high and wide in the rear udder with a very strong ligament and super clean thighs. She used that extra length and stretch to place over the cow in second. Cow in second was very wide, with lots of power and a very high rear udder. It was her width throughout that placed her over the third cow. Third cow, very dairy cow with a soft udder, very deep ligament, and her extra length that placed her over the cow in fourth. Fourth over the fifth was a little nicer through the pin setting, but I really admired the tremendous udder on the fifth cow. The mature class was an amazing class, with 50 entries. The depth in this class had to be seen to be believed. The winning cow was hard to fault. Extremely well balanced, open ribbed, strong topped, great feet and legs, capped off with a very well attached udder, high and wide in the rear udder with great texture. In a close placing, she used her youthfulness and blending through the front end to place over a great framed, open ribbed cow in second. It was her depth and length that placed her over the cow in third in this class. The third cow again was hard to fault with an extremely deep ligament and a high wide rear udder. She was a little cleaner bone than the fourth place cow, another tremendous uddered cow that used her height and width of rear udder to place up over the cow in fifth. Just a tremendous class, the mature cow class. The veteran class was a great class, great cows who continue to pay their way. The winning cow had a high wide rear udder with a very deep ligament. She was firmer in her udder attachments than the second place cow. The second cow used her extra length to place over the very dairy-like cow in third. Third place cow was all dairy with a soft udder. She used her cleanness and great dairy bone to place over the cow in fourth. The fourth cow had a tremendous frame, and because of this she placed over the cow in fifth. A very soft uddered dairy cow. The dam and daughter class was a great class of cows. Very hard to split a number of these pairs. But the winning pair, just a great pair. Very high and wide in their rear udders and lovely frames. It was their strength of fore udder attachments that placed them up over the group in second. This pair in second, very milky pair of cows with lots of width throughout their rumps. The third group were very similar and a more even pair than the fourth group. The fourth pair had a lot of style and length, and they used that extra length to place up over the pair in fifth. The highest pointed commercial cow was just a tremendous cow. Caught my eye as soon as I walked into the yard. Amazing frame on this cow, beautiful open rib, depth of rib, and she had a tremendous udder to go with it. So strong in a fore udder attachment, so much width through her rear udder. Just an outstanding individual. The highest pointed red cow was also my winning junior 2-year-old. I just love this young cow. Beautiful frame, lovely open rib to her, just blends so nicely right throughout. That beautiful spring to her rib, and then with a tremendous udder to go with it. High and wide of her rear udder, very firm fore udder attachment, and lovely texture. Just a beautiful young cow. For my champion and reserve cows, as I spoke of them in their class, in the mature cow class, tremendous pair of cows and hard to split, but the cow that gets the champion and was also the winning mature cow, just a cow that's so hard to fault. You look at this cow and break her down, there's not too much you'd like to change about her. She's a lovely open frame cow. She's clean through the front end. She's got a lovely strong top on her. She's open of her rib, lovely spring to her rib, and she carries a tremendous udder. So firm in that fore udder attachment, high and wide in that rear udder, with a lovely strong ligament, lovely clean thighs. And as I said in the class, just uses that bit of more youthfulness about her to place up over a lovely frame cow for reserve champion today. Just have to admire the openness and stretch of this cow who gets the reserve cow. A lovely massive frame cow and carrying a high wide rear udder and so much cleanness and dairiness right throughout this cow. But just not quite the youthfulness today and the snugness of udder to get over the champion cow today. Tremendous pair of cows.